What about you, Architect? What were you gonna say?
The Lauren defenses are a little bit more successful if you have like a fast, tanky Miho to follow up right after the Lauren.
What were you gonna say, Architect?
Miho is really high, so it's possible to do that.
What are you gonna say, Architect?
No.
I literally just said, what are you gonna say, Architect? You start talking. What the f? Come on, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
I got you, Architect. You're my guest, bro. I got you, bro.
What?
I got you.
You do the same thing.
Wait a minute! I'm helping you, bro! Okay, go ahead. I'm just kidding. Hello, everybody. Yeah, welcome back to another podcast. If you guys are watching it on YouTube, as you can see, we got another great mix of people. We got Thompson here, back again. We got Tyler here, back again. We got Roger here, Weak Dog, back here again. Good to see you, Roger. And we have a brand new face. We have Arkentum. Yeah, this is a person I got to meet many times in the past. We have met how many, 2, 3, 4, 10, 69 times? I don't know. In the past from different, events, summoners events and whatnot. And he is a Russian streamer. So thank you for taking the time to join us, man. Maybe give a little intro about yourself. Maybe let us know how you got into Summoners War and, give yourself a shout out. You stream on Twitch and whatnot and your full handle. Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh.
Take your time. Take your time.
I'm a bit nervous.
Don't be nervous, man. Don't be nervous. We're just hanging out, chilling. We just talk Summoners War, man. Don't be nervous.
Information about me, am I right?
Yes, some information about you.
Okay. I'm a Russian streamer. I'm full free-to-play player. I have been player during 2 years. Oh, I missed 5 years.
Wow.
More than 2K days already, and I have not LD 5 still. Yep. And I'm streaming 4 years for Russian viewers, and sometimes every Friday I stream in English for not for Russian people, for our language speaking too. And I would great.
Take your time. Take your time.
I'm glad that I can take part in this podcast because I would integrate Russian community in all community too, because our community a bit closed for all others community, and maybe few people who talk with all other people, our streamers, our players like Confly and maybe Maxa. These two players really famous, and in the previous it was Deflation and Matteo. Right now it's only 2 players.
Wait, who was the second player? You said Confly, and who was the other player?
Maxa 357. This is
okay. What about Capson? Is Capson still playing, or is he not playing anymore?
Yeah,
he's Russian, right? He's Russian, right?
Yes.
Right.
He's Tatarian, but he lives in Russia.
I see.
All-time marks it. So but Capson, he.
Oh, do me one favor, Arkatum. Is there a chance you can check inside your Discord settings in the settings area and the microphone settings? Turn your settings up because I have you at max, and people are saying you're a little bit soft, right?
Okay. Yes. But for me it's maximum.
It is maximum. Okay.
I can. I can do it.
Oh yeah, maybe bring the mic a little closer for you or something. Maybe that will help.
No. I can do it on my.
Oh yeah, that's getting a little bit better. Yeah.
It's okay right now.
Yeah, a little bit better. That's a little bit better. Yeah.
It's better.
Can you go a little bit more?
Okay.
Can you go a little bit more? Or.
Yes, I can do it more. I can. Right now it's.
Okay. That's a lot. Okay, that's a little bit less. A little bit less than that. A little bit less. Whoa. A little bit less than that. And then we're good. Yeah. Oh, that's better. That's better. Okay, that's fine. Sure.
Okay. So about Capson, he just playing. He started playing just before SWC every time, and right after he just go away from game. And just farming and now playing RTA. Yep. And right before he start playing and do some RTA, and right after he go away from game every time.
I see. Well, cool. Thank you for the intro, man. And yeah, I do believe that, there is the Russian community out there that, I haven't actually communicated and talked to a lot of you guys before, except from events, right? I mean, we talked and we hung out at events. I mean, I met Capson and whatnot in the past, but, the Russian, it'd be nice to incorporate more of the Russian community, to more of the Summoners War community. That'd be really nice. Yeah, it's great of you to do Russian streams as well as some English streams from time to time as well to kind of, start that transition, not transition, but the incorporation process. Yeah, thanks for joining today, man. All right, let's go ahead and get right into the topics. Actually, or do you have anything to say, Thompson? Thompson always has like one thing to say before the podcast starts about something random. No, anything interesting? No.
Yeah. I never met Weak Dog before. This is my first time on a podcast with Roger.
Oh, really? He's been on the podcast like twice. I think it was when you were gone. You've been on once or twice.
Yeah, he was.
You're my substitution. You're mini me.
Yeah.
Ah, I see.
We're like brothers from a different mother, you know? Another mother.
I mean, he is in the middle technically too. So he took your middle spot.
I actually took his spot. Yeah.
I do have a question for Roger.
2.0.
Yeah. What's up?
How old are you? You look super young.
Gonna guess.
You want me to play the guessing game?
Yeah. Let's go. Let's do it.
What? I don't know, man. Under 20.
No. Hold on.
Oh, okay. All right. I already lost the game. There you go.
Dude, Roger's 37.
Turning 23 in 2 days. 3 days.
Nice.
23. Don't let him fool you, dude. He's still using a fake ID. This guy.
I'm older than Roger. Oh my god, I feel so old.
Yeah, dude. Whenever I see him streaming, like he'll just be on streaming. And he's like, I'm having a beer, and like you see him drinking a beer. I'm just like, this looks so weird, man. Is that root beer? And he's like, no, this is a regular beer.
Whoa, hardcore, nice.
Anyways, all right. Let's get right into the topics here today. Topic number 1 is, of course, going to be about the twins, right? New twin skins have been released. What are your thoughts on it? Right, I heard there's some things about, they're faster, they're slower, right? Does this mess up the BJ5 teams? Do you know about that? And adding on to that, do you think COP2S should release more skins like this, like more event skins that we could obtain, or maybe do more of these, art events where, the skins are in the game from the artists? We can elaborate and talk a lot about these twin skins and skins in general. Yeah, feel free to take it away. Yeah, any direction you want. It's kind of a pretty open transmog topic, I guess.
Of course. I mean, it's great to have more community involvement for things that aren't just like tournaments, not high-end competitive play. Like, we have so many different marvelous artists for the game in tons of different places around the world. I mean, like on Twitter, I follow maybe like 40 different Summoners War artists who like mainly do Summoners War art or like just the mobile games that they like. And I think it'd be really cool to get more of kind of an interaction with them in the community. Like when the art contest for these transmogs came out, like everyone was voting like crazy. We were always talking about like, oh, which skins do you like more? It's like, do we want to vote for this skin because we like the unit more? Or do we want to vote for this one because it looks better?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just little things like that are fun. It just changes things for people.
They had some really nice submissions, dude. The other ones.
Yeah,
I
wish we could get more of them.
Yeah.
I want like maybe like the top 3 or something, or maybe like top 2. But like I'm looking at a post now. I remember the Jurassic Brownie one.
That did not vote. What the heck?
What's that?
I guess so.
Was that part of the 5% that did not vote?
Probably.
Yeah.
It was like an event.
God.
Like, did we get resources
I think
for it?
you got like free stuff for voting as well, right? I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah, it gave you like energy, Thompson. But I mean, you just use crystals for that.
He doesn't need that.
Why would you need that?
It's refresh.
But yeah, there was like a cool like a dinosaur one. I don't know what unit that was.
Yeah, the brownie magician.
Yeah, he's like
Brownie
riding a
The dinosaur
dinosaur.
was the
I'll link
they
it
had
this-
the cannon girls. The cannon girls were the dinosaur ones as well. They had the dino hats and everything.
Oh, I like dinosaurs.
Oh yeah, that one was really cute as
I
well.
thought that was a great skin.
Yeah, I posted a link in chat. I could post it in this Discord as well. But that's
I think you could try now.
Oh.
Does it let you?
wait, let me a sec. Give me a sec. It's the same post. There you go.
Dude, I don't know why it doesn't do that, dude. Yeah. Give it to my Discord. I'll put it into the chat after.
Yeah, I posted it in this chat.
All right. Now let me
I
go.
think these were it.
Oh,
I wish we could have more of these. These are so nice.
this shine viral.
Wait.
was the best for me.
Whoa. Why is Brian not wearing a tank top?
Because we didn't get 808.
No, it's 500.
808, dude.
Oh my god.
Wait, what are we doing?
Dude, I looked at my other podcasts. My other podcasts were already getting 500 views, my friend. That's like
What a
saying, hey,
little
you should give me
scumbag.
$100 if you breathe tomorrow. Like, hello? You can't
$500
make a
to
bet
breathe.
that already happens, dude.
You're so greedy, Brian.
808, that's not even that much. There's 11,000. Dude, we got 11,000 views on the last
very
video. We
disappointed
couldn't
in
get
you, I just wanna say.
808, dude. We couldn't even
I
get
wanted
808.
top, Brian.
Oh, that was so hard.
Dude, I did not agree with 5. Okay, fine. I don't even have a tank top right now. I don't have a tank
Cut the
top.
sleeves off.
I don't have a tank. Okay, fine. If this one, okay.
I mean, if you want to do 808, that's fine, but it better be like shirtless, Brian.
Okay, all right. Give an inch,
Yeah, that's it.
take my whole life.
Five-
Give an inch, take a whole
500.
life.
That's
I
your
got
whole
you.
life? No.
500 tank top, 808 shirtless. Done.
No. Just okay.
Transmog Brian.
Like I said, some of the other podcasts have had 500 likes, right? If this one hits 500 again, I'll because I don't have a tank top. I'll try to get something for next week.
Summoners or tattoo,
Well,
Brian?
So it's pretty much means next week I'll do it.
Get Dino Brian.
Why? How are we starting these bets?
We're
What?
talking about Transmogs.
What is?
We're
Brian,
talking about
Brian,
Transmog
Brian.
on Brian.
How many likes for a tattoo of the podcast?
Don't even, dude. Don't even, dude.
No,
Don't
no
even,
tattoo,
no.
man.
No
It'll just
tattoo,
be a
dude.
tattoo of Thompson's face on your back.
No,
That's
that's
the star of the
I
podcast.
will disagree with that.
People are gonna be like, "Why do you have a
Since we're talking
tattoo of
about
some
Transmog-
random guy's face?" Lost the
Since
bet.
we're talking about Transmog, we could talk about like how you want Brian to Transmog next week on podcast.
Okay, next. I'll get a tank top for next week. But I mean, I'm pretty sure we can hit
I want
500 again,
Cowboy
right?
Brian. That's what I'm looking for.
500 is tank top. 1,000 is shirtless.
No, we're not doing
Fair.
shirtless, dude. I am not doing
Okay,
shirtless.
1,000 you buy a cowboy hat and you wear it on the podcast.
No, this
Oh,
is this
you
is
wear
it. You know
the
what?
cowboy
Since you sell me up 500, I because I'm gonna wear it anyways though. But 500 tank top next week from me, guaranteed, right? 1,000 Thompson is shirtless next week. You can't say anything. We're done. If you can do it to me, I do it too. Well, okay, 1,001. Okay, make it a little bit more difficult. There you go. This podcast right here. Yeah. You see how hard it is to hit 1,000, dude. You see how hard it is to hit 1,000 likes, huh?
Wait, is that legal? Like, can I just take off my
You can.
shirt?
You can be. You can be
Yeah,
shirtless.
it's fine.
Now you
It's fine
can.
on Twitch now.
You couldn't. You couldn't
Yeah.
before. You couldn't before as a guy, but now you can.
Well, then I would be a huge sellout, wouldn't I?
Yeah. This is literally
We're
Thompson in
selling
a
out,
stream.
we're selling out for the podcast.
This is literally Thompson in a stream. What? You want to see my Agar runes? 3 subs. Oh shit, 3 subs. Take a look at these runes.
They laugh.
Not even.
Anyways, back to the topic here. Arkatum, what do you think about these new twins that have just released, the skins? Right? Do you think they look cool? And any thoughts on transmogs?
To be honest, I like that this is one, at least once, is for sure free for all. You don't even need to have these sisters for using those for some types of the game. For getting at least once, this is a perfect, because even if you if you play this game one day, you can get it. This is a perfect, I think. And to be honest, really easy to get it, even if you have only 2 sisters. And I farmed Necro 2 days, so 1 days, not so long, and I get all of these transmog.
Wait,
so
you got all of
this
them
is-
just from doing like a day or two
Yes.
of Necro?
Yes. It's
Oh,
all
how many twins are you running right now?
Just 2 in my Necro team.
Oh, that's not very hard at all. I mean, as well as, you
yep.
know, good that you brought that up, because the event is endless. I think they have a meme right now. I think it says somewhere, if you look it up, it says 68
Yeah,
years.
I heard it about it.
Yeah, it's
This is,
infinite.
yep.
Yeah.
And about Transmog, I think that to be honest, I like only one thing of this Transmog: the long fan. I don't know. Am I right to say?
The fan for the boomerang.
Yeah. This is looks new, but classic. Maybe Arabian Transmog. The default Transmog for sisters looks better for me.
You like the big boomerang better than the.
No. I mean just skirt dress looks better in the default, but the fans looks better.
I see. Yeah,
Yeah.
for me, I still like the beach transmogs. I might be biased though, because I live in Hawaii and whatnot, but I still like the beach ones the most. But they look sleek. They look really cool, and it kind of meshes well with, it kind of ish right after Lunar New Year's kind of thing. Kind of looks like a lunar thing, right? I mean, it's like kind of like Asian-ish looking, right? I don't know.
That was the design.
Or it's the lunar, right? But the thing is, they released it like a couple weeks after the lunar pack and after the the Lunar New Year. Would have been good timing if they had it on that time frame
Took
as
them
well.
so long to release, didn't it? Because they announced the winners like almost a year ago, right?
Yeah,
They announced the winners in May, I believe.
yeah.
It was
It's
May
like
or
9
June or
months,
something.
right? Yeah.
I wonder why
I'm
they
pretty
took so
sure
long with
you
it, to be
guys
honest.
all farm DB10 like dragons and giants all day, right? Do you guys feel like Necro is like the least needed like dungeon to farm? Because like you could just farm for the essence and then use the essence for will runes only.
Well, it's also
Mhm.
because the only real set you need from Necro is Will.
As well, yeah.
Like Nemesis
Yeah.
is very rarely used, and then Vampire is so niche, and Rage is never used in RTA.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you only need Will, so you farm like
Yeah.
3 months of everything else, and then 1 month of Necro.
Or just craft
Yeah.
all the will runes, yeah, and just farm
Exactly.
everything
I
else.
use just
True.
an essence to craft
Or
will runes
buy
and
will
just
packs.
farm like
Oh.
giants.
Yeah, just
or
buy
dragons.
will packs. That works as well.
Just buy Will packs, and you never have to farm Necro.
Oh,
Ever.
just buy will packs. Okay, good one, guys. I mean, Arkansas's been farming a lot of Necro, but let's get his perspective because he's more.
Not a lot.
Not a lot?
I found the Necro just for getting Transmog. This
Oh, I
is
see.
only the reason.
Because
Yeah.
I was gonna say because you said you're more free to play, right? Have you spent a dime before on the account, or is it relatively free to play the account?
No, absolutely free to play. I'm never even bought Transmog. Even
Ever?
Transmog, I even ever.
Transcendent pack, growth pack, daily pack
No,
one.
no, nothing.
That's crazy,
I'm
dude. That's so crazy. What rank are you right now? Like ish, or approximately.
Last 3 or 4 season, I get G1. It's between. I mean, in mid G1.
I mean, that's good. I mean, G1 is mid G1's pretty damn good, man. That's like solid G1, meaning that you finish the season, you're like, yeah, I'm G1. Not like you finish the season clenching onto your butthole that the
You
rank
just
doesn't go
sweat.
up, right?
Yeah, rank
How
998.
about your
Just
Guild
sweat.
War ranking?
About Guild War, it's at the edge between G1 and G2 right now.
Oh, impressive.
And this is only my guild. Only my guild.
Oh, your own guild.
I don't know how it feels like to be a G1 or G2 Guild War because I'm a G3 Guild War player.
But you don't do guild wars, so you're a beginner guild war player.
Guild War is my number one favorite content.
As of the
he
new
loves it
rune
'cause he doesn't have to
management.
do it.
I mean, I said only about Siege. I'm sorry. I said about Siege.
Oh.
About Guild War, it's just so dice. Then you can finish in G3, G1, G2. It's how many attack you will get in the last day. Because,
So it's kind of random. So you're
well,
a G3 guild,
yes.
but it just varies depending on the last day, is what you're saying. Okay.
Mhm.
But that's very impressive, dude. Relative. I'm
That is
gonna say free to play, right? I mean, I believe you. You've been playing for a long time.
So now it's
2,000
very cool
days.
'cause
Yeah, that's a
next
long time, man.
You can lighten us how free to play players play Guild War. I would
mean-
really like to know that.
That's a big insight. Definitely a big insight
Yes.
for more
I'm
free to play
sorry.
players.
What is a problem to play Guild War for free to play? I don't know.
I mean,
don't
that
know,
will
but
be
I
one of
wanna
the
know
next
about
topics,
the
though, Thompson.
strategy.
But
No,
that's
what
one of our
they're
topics
saying
coming up, though,
against
Thompson.
them is that
Yes.
they don't know how to use free to play units.
No, we know.
No.
Just like
I just use my gun.
you know.
Guys, I use my own ML every
Ah.
go.
Look, I have full, close to full Nat 5 pool, so this is. I'm not the poor guy who has
Wait,
no.
actually?
Yes, no.
So
I
free to
mean,
play?
I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that you use
I-
more Nat 5s than you do.
Yeah, I have missing half of them.
I mean, yeah, maybe it's like joke. I mean, I don't have a full and not close to full. I mean that 2 off or 3 off, not 5. But this is like I have all useful,
okay.
and what I need for Guild War.
So you're missing Teshar or Teo or Sekhmet. You're like missing
Yep,
those ones
yep,
that you don't
yep,
need.
yep.
Okay.
That's still so much more than me.
But he hit probably the good ones though. You probably hit some of the ones that are not good. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the
Your
LD Nat
account-
5s. as well.
I don't even have the
Roger.
bad ones.
Huh?
Your account is cursed, Roger.
I have
It's because Roger did wishes until he got a Lydia.
Did you really?
Good. Well, I'm missing so many.
You're not missing a Lydia.
That thing's. I'm missing like 10 from fire. Like 10 from water. And like 15 from wind.
Wow, and there's 70 Nat 5s, so you have more than half of the Nat 5s. Wow, you're missing a lot then. Mr. I'm missing a lot. I mean, if you play a while and if you spend a little bit, you're gonna
I've been
have a
playing
decent
full,
amount.
I've spent a decent amount, and I think I've been playing quite a bit as well. But yeah.
Yeah. But he's
Salty,
more
yeah.
free to play, right? But anyways, back to the topic. I would like to see some more of these events. I mean, one of the cool things about this Twin Transmog that was released was that it has the name of the actual artist in there. I think that's awesome, dude. As a person who plays the game, seeing your name in there is crazy. That's actually crazy, right? That's your name in there. It's like, damn, kind of jealous, man. When they're gonna make like a cool IslandGrown avatar or IslandGrown inspired skin, you don't have my name in
It'll
there.
be an
That'd be so
island
cool.
grown Molong.
Dude, my name is
IslandGrown
not even in the game, man.
Like skin for you.
You know, I've just it'd be kind of cool to have my name in the game. I don't know if it's kind of greedy, but everybody else's name in the game. When they're downloading the game, it says
Yeah, when you get like the.
it says
the
childish
outfit.
and it says like
Yeah.
YDCB. It's like, bro, What about me? Like, just put me in just put me in the dungeon loading screen or something, man.
Dude, they just need a shout out. They just need the podcast team on there. That's what they need.
Yeah, sure.
They're like, if you need to learn about Summoners War, just go watch the podcast, and then that'll be you. That'll be your mark.
Yeah, that'd be nice. It would be kind of interesting. I do know that they did have some space to put some more content creators in the downloading screen, but they wanted to diversify a little bit with some other content creators from like different regions, like EU regions and stuff. So it was understandable. Plus, I'm
just in the game last week.
Only in US servers. My face has been in the game many times. Your face has been in the game too. A lot of people's faces have been in the game in the banners, dude. But it's only by region based. So people in
the event,
global
event banners.
Yeah, just because there was a stream, right? That was kind of cool. Yeah.
You
Anyways,
did a good job.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Anyways, a little off topic.
Speaking of events,
Oh, go ahead.
Thompson, are you going to the tournament thing on Saturday?
Tournament Saturday? Where? When? How?
I think there's an
will
official
link
come to us
it.
one. Summoners War one.
Well,
I'll link
obviously not, because I haven't heard anything about it.
No, it's
So,
like a
I mean,
meetup.
it's like a
like a meetup.
little Cali meetup, but they're doing like a mini tournament there. I think. Can I post it in chat, Brian?
Can you put it into this
I
Discord?
linked it in Discord already.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll come
In-game
going.
crystals on entry. Let's go.
Ooh.
Tyler,
Someone
are
gotta
you
pick up some crystals.
I am going. That's why I'm asking you if you're going.
Oh, you're actually
Oh.
going? You're flying down to that? That's awesome.
I am. Yeah, I come to a stream on Friday.
Oh, Pog, dude.
And
So yeah, if
then
you guys have been
this
tuned into the
meetup
Compto
thing on
stream,
Saturday.
Tyler's gonna be on that, and he's gonna be at the meetup in LA too. If you guys are around and want to go by, it should be fun. It's always a fun time, especially those events. So yeah, going back to the topic here on transmogs. I mean, anything else you guys want to see from transmogs in general, or the way they release any of these transmogs in the future? I mean, it was nice. It was free. One of the first free full events. I like the idea. When they do it once, it means they can do it again. So, I really
Yeah,
do
they'll
like the
do
idea.
it more often. I don't think they'll want to give out. I don't mind them not giving out like stones and stuff to, let's say, you can choose your own. But if they just give out like packs like this, where you just like run contests, and then you just get like the full set from just playing the game, I think it's really nice, really premium.
It gets people to stay active too, right? That's one of the things you kind of look for when you're playing a game, is you have active players, right? It gets people back into the game, and they go, oh, I need to re-download so I can grab the skin, and they replay the game. It's a good
And they
strategy
get
as well.
sucked back in.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So
It's
I mean,
also nice that you don't have to have the units. Like you can just do logins. Like you can do summons. Like they just give you different options to get the skin.
right. It's like a 40-day login. If you just didn't even play the game and you logged in 40 days, you get the skins, all 10, and the resources, which I think is nice. I didn't even think they were gonna give us resources, but it comes with like mana and some crystals and some energies, like mysticals. I was like, damn, okay, great. Yeah, it's really nice.
And I have an idea about new transmog like this. I mean, with voting, it would be good if they do more thing in SWC, next WC, for example. If they do the new voting along before the SWC, and they release new transmog right on, for example, before final battle on SWC, new transmog. I think that they should get this experience from other game, like do release a new update, new thing of game in SWC. Announce it before the high audience. I think that will be good.
I think that's a really good idea. Really good idea.
Yeah, I like that idea.
You know, it'd be nice as well. Sometimes they have the regular SWC, like, America's Cup or whatever, and they have those exhibition match. They should release the transmog, and in the exhibition fun match, the fun thing and stipulation is those exhibition players, gotta use those new skins on their units or whatnot, and have like an exhibition match. It'd be kind of cool to see them. Right, that's a good idea. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, that was a pretty interesting topic number one. Hopefully, you guys are getting your Chakraman Boomerang skins, and if you don't, you got 68 years. So I mean, take your time, I guess. Right, but make sure you guys get them. It's free, so. Definitely make sure you guys collect those. Moving on to topic number two here. Topic number two here, we dabbled just a little bit on it just a second ago, which was Guild Wars and Guild Siege. But let's talk about Guild Wars and Guild Siege. It's been a while since we talked about it, right? But what are some of the best defenses you guys are seeing nowadays, especially with the new, Rune setup, right? Are they similar defenses to what you've seen before? What's OP? What's not? How do we counter some of these defenses? And what are some of your favorite offenses to use for Guild Wars and Guild Siege? This is a big topic because people love to hear, okay, these 3 units, I have it. Now I can try to build it. Maybe it won't be as good as that legend player, but I got this comp and it's known to work, so I want to build it, right? So let's discuss a little bit about it. What kind of defenses have you been seeing?
I've been using Guild War offense. I've been using like Chiwu for everything. It's so good.
Really?
Yeah,
Is he
it's
that good
everything.
off the buff? He looks kind of nice.
Really?
I've seen people use him in.
There's like no
Guild
defense.
Wars
with
quite a bit,
Chiwu
yeah.
cannot beat.
Really? What do you
Oh, I
Chiwu
don't know
with
about
though?
that.
Huh?
What do you Chiwu with though? It's just Chiwu what though?
Like Chiwu and any 2 random units, like Chiwu, Ethna, Barad, or like Chiwu, whatever. It just like kills everything.
So he just strips
No
and
joke.
literally lets you take a turn. Is basically the whole setup. Is strip, take a turn,
Kind of,
and you have
yeah.
speed lead, I guess.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think on defense too, the most successful defenses are speed lead, armor breaker, and like a stripper. Something with along
Yeah.
the lines of that.
So-
I
kind of
agree.
defense.
I think defense-wise, you have to have like a threat now. I think a lot of people used to run like Skogul defenses in Siege and stuff, but you just like die to Laurens now because everyone has Lauren.
Oh yeah. That's right.
I think you definitely need some sort of. I don't think you can have like a really passive defense. It has to be a really, I guess, aggressive defense. And I think you actually have to like go for like a proactive play rather than just like sitting back with Skogul or whatever and just hoping it die to Skoguls or like die to like I don't know, you just like outlast them or anything.
That's true.
So I
But
think-
also
yeah.
the damage dealer, the element of the damage dealer is kind of important too. You know, because like sometimes they could just bring a opposite unit to soak up the damage
Yeah.
from the
Or you
damage
just
dealer.
bring like Theomars, right? Elemental King, right?
Does that? Are you seeing more
Or,
Theomars
or
now
you could
though,
just
or
bring,
what?
like a armor breaker, and the damage dealer might hit the armor broken unit.
Yeah.
Like Orion or whatever. Yeah.
Right. So what are some of the defenses that you're going against that you think are kind of good?
I can't really say
Kamoon
much.
Orion Miho and Kamoon Lauren Miho.
Say it again. Say it again.
Seeing a lot of Kamoon Orion Miho and Kamoon Lauren Miho.
I think
Kamoon Lauren
Miho. I think
by a
Miho
lot.
replaced Skogul, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yes.
It's
Because
just
Skogul
like
just dies to Lauren.
mechanically, it's harder to kill Miho.
Especially in 4
But
star
I-
under with less responses, right?
Yeah.
I
I think the Orion variation is a lot better than the Lauren variation because the Lauren variation you can just tank it out real easy.
right.
Yes.
I think I'm using Sierra Iris Rauk, and
I seen that.
I mean I'm farming, but yeah, it's doing pretty well. I think it's pretty solid.
For the Kamoon Miho ones, I just use Malaka. She'll will Malaka team just always wins. You use whatever tank to tank out either the Miho or if they have a Lauren, you tank out the Lauren and the Miho will guarantee to attack the defense broken unit.
So that defense is good. Kamoon Orion Miho or Kamoon Lauren Miho, but the counters to it, which is nice to give people as well because they'll face it, is gonna be bombs or like some people are saying Skogul. Makes sense, right? Because that gets rid of the
Skogul can work, but you have to rotate your Skogul fast enough because the Kamoon shield will protect the Miho always. Because there's
And
no
what
ones
Tom's-
that's running lower HP on their Orion than their Miho.
Okay.
What Thompson said as well with the Orions, I think super nice because the Lauren they just bring like a dark tank, right? Lauren only defense breaks the dark tank,
Mhm.
but Orion's got that randomness to it where defense breaks anything, and then Miho's dark, right? So if anything gets defense broken, she's just gonna kill it
True.
rather than Lauren being easy to read.
Right. What about you, Architect? What were you gonna say?
The Lauren defenses are a little bit more successful if you have like a fast, tanky Miho to follow up right after the Lauren.
Oh, what were you gonna say,
But
Architect?
Miho speed is really high, so
lot
it's
of-
possible
it's a lot
to do that.
What are you gonna say, Architect?
No.
I literally just said, what are you gonna say, Architect? You start talking. What the? Come on, man.
No,
Yeah?
it's okay.
I got you,
If
Architect.
all-
You're my guest, bro. I got you, bro.
What?
I got you.
You're not the same thing.
Wait a minute! I'm helping you, bro. Okay, go ahead. I'm just kidding.
Okay. What about? Oh yeah. For my rank is pretty default defenses right now. It's like Sierra, Lauren plus Perna or some other fire unit like Gero, Rock. I don't know. Maybe who else? I don't know. Maybe like Miko as well. And I think I am just playing against this like I use my segment, Miho, and Triana, and I use damage dealer segment, and this is perfect thing.
Damage dealer segment. Okay, tell me more,
Yes,
dude.
yes.
Because segment is memed as to be very bad. right? But I do know her.
I like.
Oh,
You like her.
segment is not bad in this meta right now.
Yes, and I play
Big RTA,
her. Yes, I use her on RTA with damage dealer.
She's good against the wind druid.
Yes. When I face to Druid, a lot, Artemil, Ragdoll, plus I don't know, for example, Hathor or Triana, I use segment, and this is a perfect thing. And the important thing that if you get resistance and she has damage dealer rune, this thing is refreshed instantly, and you can do this.
Oh, I see what
High
you're saying.
damage nuke again, and you can do high damage nuke again and again and again. Or if you steal at least 2 buff, this is sweet because right now, right after you can use second skill and third skill again. This is low cooldown on third skill, and this is this skill has high damage. This is 700 multiplier. Am I right? I don't know.
820.
Something like that.
Holy
Yeah,
moly.
Very high.
Yeah, people have talked about that the multiplier is pretty big. That's interesting. So you could rune her as a bruiser damage dealer in either A,
Yep.
you're doing what you're doing, what you want to do, which is, you know, strip the buffs as well as reset,
Yes.
or B, you're doing the damage, and then guess what? You
Yes.
get to do damage again because you didn't reset.
735 after skill
Yep,
ups.
yep.
Wow,
And
I
I
didn't,
very
okay,
like,
that's interesting.
I very like the second skill of Nethys, of Busted, and of Segment. This is really,
Curse of the Beautiful,
aggressive
right?
on RTA. Yep.
I do
This
too.
is
Wow.
Let me ask you this though: do you value the segment on violent to get another turn, or the despair for the
Yes.
AOE of S2?
No.
Violent.
No. This is really important. Yeah, because if you get the resistance on, for example, turn 1 on RTA, you can get violent and do it again. Try to get again and do damage and get again. Try to get increase cool time. Right after.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. I didn't think about that. I mean,
I think violent way more better, and this
right. So so you can pretty much just nuke a Perna then. If you kill and you can kill and reset in one hit, right?
Yes.
The Perna.
Yes.
Ah.
Violent is not bad, but the scary ones are on Swift. I have to admit. I have to. disagree with you.
For the nation player, maybe that's true because I have not enough Swift set and have not enough fast set, and with good
just-
fast set. For me,
You just run her like
easy,
Daphnis
more
runs?
easy what? My Daphnis has rage, slow rage because I have no.
So he's saying he doesn't have Swift, so he doesn't play first turn. He plays second
so he's
turn.
like me.
Yeah, he's a second turn player.
I was asking a Thompson as well. Do you just like put on like Daphnis set, like a Swift will, just like fast damage, go for like a fast reset or something?
For who?
For
Segment?
Segment, yeah.
But
But you just keep her on like
Segment's
no
okay.
damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, or is the Swift one just a standard support unit on Swift? Or you have to go damage on that Swift? Because it's going to be hard. Because imagine rooting a Daphnis, but on your segment, but now having to be tankier and higher accuracy than you
It's
already have
not
on
hard.
Daphnis. Huh?
Yeah, Josh
you
has like
also-
Josh has a 202 Swift will Daphnis, right? Just move that
You
set over.
also
A 202
Yeah.
Swift Daphnis.
Oh,
You,
you
but,
awaken into accuracy as well.
Oh, the
so-
whole world.
oh yeah, yo, we get to accuracy. True.
I'm just kidding. Everyone knows
I
already.
forgot about that.
Oh, it awakens into accuracy?
Yeah.
What does Daphnis awaken into? Crit rate?
Crit rate, I think.
Also
no.
accuracy.
Oh, he always. Okay, never mind.
so
It's the same.
literally
The same
exactly,
crap.
oh, it's the same then,
Same.
yeah. What's her
Yeah,
base speed and what's his? His 99, right?
19. Yeah.
96, 98. and
98. And
99.
what's her? 99. Okay.
Okay.
There you go, Josh. Drop your Daphnis, pick up a segment.
You should do that. I mean, you should try it just for fun. Who knows? I mean, you never know. It could be a secret weapon, right? People would never expect that.
Yeah, but Daphnis is 890% multiplier.
Plus 10%.
No,
Plus
no,
10% from...
Plus
Oh, 30%, 30%, sorry. Yeah.
Yes,
True.
I use this unit in one team. I mean, for example, like Sierra, Verdehail, Bastet, Daphnis, and plus Segment. Against team like Vindruid, Artemil, Ragdoll, and two, for example, Hathor and Triana or something like that. And you can do really aggressive thing like increase cool time, and then you one-shot something or choose your targets, and you have cycle with Verde or my Bastet as well in Violent because I have not enough Swift set, so I can do more cycle thing.
Wow, I
Yes,
didn't think about it too. If you're running Bastet in there, I wonder how much that freaking segment's gonna hit with S3 with attack buff. That's probably not bad. Sorry,
I'm
not a
sorry,
bad amount of
this is,
damage.
This is maybe weird strategy for us, for you. I mean, but this is my free-to-play things.
No, that's what I want to hear as well. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of people want to know as well, is different strategies. That's the only way new units get found out, new metas are discovered, is when people try things outside of the box, right? Because if everybody keeps doing the same thing, nothing changes. It would just get a lot of people that start complaining more at how stale it is if nobody tries anything different.
I know a lot of people are starting to use Tyrannus a lot more in RTA now, and I know a lot of people having trouble with dealing with Tyrannus. So there's actually pretty good answer for it, because you can strip the defense buff or the revive and reset the Tyrannus as well. That's kind of premium. I like that.
True. Or any of the soul protection it puts it on, you can strip it off and do whatever to that target that is
You're
soul
welcome.
protecting.
You're welcome.
So what about in the Guild Wars and Guild Siege perspective? Are we still seeing a lot of like tanky bruiser units like that, like Tyrannus on defense?
Yes,
And are they
talk about
successful?
Guild Siege.
Go ahead.
I think a lot of people want to know counters to that team. The
Which one?
Kamoon,
Okay.
Bastet, and Odin.
Oh yeah.
This is easy. So easy. Just Samar.
It's just Camilla, right?
Ganymede, and just Daphnis.
I do that. I use that a lot. I do. I use that team a lot. Ganymede.
Ah!
Samantha.
Did you guys hear that from Arkansas? What did you say? Samantha? What is it?
Samar, Ganymede, and Daphnis.
Samantha, Ganymede, and Daphnis.
Fairy Kings?
All you just need to do is you just missed the Fairy King HOH a couple of years ago, once per year. But
You guys want a free-to-play option? Okay, your free-to-play option is you run Theomar,
Okay,
Will,
very more easy,
Tessarian, and
very-
Triana.
wait, say it again, Tyler.
Okay, what?
You run a non-will water damage dealer, so
Okay.
like Theomars. You can run Tessarian, and then you can run Triana, and that's a super non-will water plus Triana is just a free win on that.
This is my second
Triana's
free
really
to
good
play.
against
Alright,
it.
Yep.
Like Triana
Just bring-
Rocky.
Yeah, like Camilla or something as well.
I
Camilla
use
just
I use
tanks you.
Shiho Rocky Triana, and it just never loses.
Shiho's really good too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can skill 2 stun the first turn, so he doesn't steal buffs.
I see. Yeah,
What is,
go ahead.
I'm sorry. What is the foul damage for high rank Odin? It is interesting for me because
With attack
I think
buff?
Yep.
Yeah, but stat boost, I guess.
57 to 63k.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So usually,
this is count?
yeah.
High
I
50.
thought about, is it counterable with Rina and Camilla? Camilla, I'm sure.
Camilla can, I think.
Camilla
if you run a
can.
full tank, if you run a really high HP
Yeah.
Camilla, I wouldn't use Reno with that though.
Yeah.
I think
run
Rina
a-
dies first turn though.
Or
Before
Camilla
Mission comes
built
out.
for Odin. I mean, I had it
Yeah.
before Odin, but it just so happened it's useful for Odin. So yeah,
I
run
think the Camilla can, but I think the Rina dies before she gets her shield up.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Oh, bye, Roger.
Bye, Roger.
We lost something. Someone.
Rip internet.
My Discord
yeah.
exploded. All right, give him a moment. We can just keep kind of talking here. No worries.
Hello?
Yeah, you're good now. Just get your camera back on. It's like it happens.
Alright, we're back.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. I think Rena's usually get exploded, but that's why you know what Tyler said. The main idea against a Kamoon, Bastet, Odin, they're kind of gonna go first on you. So a non-will unit, water unit, so he doesn't get to strip anything from you, and then a Triana, so that you get a turn right away, right? Because he's gonna hit that whatever unit that you're using is gonna work pretty well. Or like Weak Dog says, a decently tanky Camilla can work pretty well as well.
I think the only issue with using the Samoth team that you set up is if the Odin violent procs, he has the potential to kill your Samoth, and then he has the potential to like snowball, right? With the Triana, if you pop the Triana passive, it cancels any chance for violent procs.
Yeah,
to guarantee
Triana
that
cannot
turn.
let anybody violent. But what were you saying, Artem? Why don't you think that'll work?
I mean, for sure that team with Triana is more free to play team. I'm agreed with
Well,
that,
it's just
but-
it's safer because you cancel out a guarantee, like you guarantee
and
cancel a
then-
violent proc.
Yeah, but if he will violent, he just kill your Daphnis again. I mean,
Samantha.
your Samaf again. Yep. And then if he do only one more, he could one shot your Daphnis. Your wait.
Ganymede.
Yep, Ganymede.
Mhm, yeah.
Only in this thing, in this case, it's possible. So it's he must do two violent in a row. Only in this
Violence
case.
in a row are not that uncommon in
Yeah,
Guild Wars.
but I never faced this situation.
I want to admit that never happened to me.
No.
either,
Three violence. He
Yeah,
doesn't need two violence.
before.
He needs more than the violence because he doesn't have 5
And to
stacks
be
every
honest,
turn.
if like
Odin goes go with attack buff on a
No,
Samoth.
because the
Samoth
first
No, he does have 5 stacks, because first one's 5, kills the Samath.
right,
and then
then
you
he
get
has
3
three
back.
Again.
he gets
and then
3
you kill
back.
the Samath. You don't need. He still has attack buff, so then he kills the Samath. It's only gonna
Oh,
come back
then he
to
has
the
5.
HP.
Yeah.
Then he gets back to 5. Yeah.
So 2 procs and he kills your Ganny, and then your Daphnis will get soloed by Bastet.
I think that the most dangerous thing is Valen Busted, who can place defense.
Yeah, via
behind
Bastet.
Genjit, or-
Yeah.
This is more dangerous than Violent Odin, I think, in this team.
Well, so the best team is to run triple Violent, actually.
I think everyone. Yeah,
You just run Violent on
Commune,
everybody, 'cause
Yeah.
it's scary.
And another scary thing is Bastet skill 2 into Commune skill 2 off defense break, because
Yeah.
Commune does a lot of damage off the defense
Wait,
break.
is it actually that scary if it's on violent? I feel if it's on violent, then I mean you're pretty much outspeeding it with your Swift.
No, but people put their
What?
fastest fire sets on Bastet.
Yeah.
Well, I
it's-
mean, if their fastest Vile set is faster than your fastest
Yeah,
or
you also
regular
have
Swift
Speed
set,
Lead.
I think you have a problem. You put a Speed Lead too,
Yeah, but-
right? Can't you just Lucian that? The Odin has.
This is
like
what
the
would you-
Kamut
what would you
shield
run
and the
out?
Bastet shield.
In Siege, people run out of that Swift, the fast Swift set.
Oh,
No, but
okay.
wait, what would you run though against that? Like if you're running Swift.
And
though?
also,
Yeah.
either
Kali, you just need the Kali to go first.
or-
That's it. You're done. You need
One
a
of the
boost up. Your
units
Kali
have
goes
to
first.
have a shield.
Invincibility.
No,
Whatever.
It's always the Kamut on shield.
Yeah.
It's almost always it's easier, right? Because then you can go faster runes on your Bastet.
Right, but it's good that we're talking about a lot of counters because when in Siege, you gotta do this like 5 times. You gotta kill the same defense like 50 billion
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, you see like 4 of these towers up.
It's exactly like Thompson said, right? You run out of Swift runes. It's like after you beat it twice, it's hard to beat it like 3, 4, 5 times.
Right. I
So
guess
like when a guild just puts it back up over and over and over, you're just like, well, fuck.
so the last option that wasn't talked about that I think is pretty good as well is just triple fire. Yeah, triple fire is really good. Using Gato and whatever fire units. It has to crit, it has to kill, but this is going to be pertaining to mostly players with Vanessa. You will never use Vanessa in Siege. In this silhouette, you will use Vanessa with double fire. You're literally not going to die. First off, it's one of the 3 to go for Vanessa. Second of all, it has to crit and actually be able to kill Vanessa. So the probability that you lose that is really low. So I just use Gato, Vanessa, Tessarin, Gato, Vanessa
I like
X.
that.
Garo is
I
really
use,
scary into that because Violent Bastet is spoopy.
I use
Right,
like
right,
Fire
right.
Monkey.
You can bring
I
Rakuni.
use
You can bring
Fire
Rakuni.
Monkey,
Rakuni,
Vanessa,
Rakuni.
and Camila a lot.
Yeah. So triple fire.
You guys
because
have your Vanessa's ruined outside RTA now? Still?
you could just use the RTA rune one. It just needs to be there so you can't kill the side units. That's it.
No, but what I'm saying is, do you have because of the rune decks now? Do you actually put runes on Vanessa outside of RTA?
I'm lazy, man.
Why not?
Huh? Why
I'm
not?
like, it's a lot of
Does she do
runes
anything?
around. I'm lazy, bro.
I built mine on attacker damage attack. Or attacker damage
Ah.
HP, sorry. So it's just a damage dealer for me.
Yeah, you're lazy to
Yes,
put them on, or
we
lazy to
talked.
take them
My
off.
Vanessa is fairly ruined up.
Like, no, you're saying you're too lazy to rune it up outside of RTA, or too lazy to take them off? Take the
Well,
runes
she's a
off?
really easy unit to ruin.
Yeah,
You
if
know,
you don't
you-
have to really speed switch anything, or it's you're speed hitting.
No,
at
but what I'm
different
saying is,
stuff.
like, do you use it that often outside though? Like, do you actually use it a
no,
lot in Guild
yeah.
Wars?
Kill Siege. Just kill Siege. I told you, I just use that Vanessa for that comp. That against the
So
Odin
just for that
comp.
one defense. Okay, yeah, fair
That's it.
enough.
That's all I use. But I didn't have to change the runes. I just use the same runes. It don't matter what
you
runes on
just-
it.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You're not-
But no,
But
Roger's
actually-
point
what
is, do
what
you
I'm saying
actually
is-
use it? Because it doesn't have a lot of
Aren't you
purposes.
better off using those runes on something else though? Because I know I took my Vanessa runes off and I moved them onto Rauk for Siege.
Yeah, I guess
But
I guess we
told
could
me
slap
you run the-
Poo runes
you
on.
told me you run Sierra, Iris, Rauk, right?
Yeah.
But then the way to make that comp work, isn't it like a really fast Rauk?
Isn't it better with the
No, but I'm
Swift
saying
route?
I took a lot of bruiser runes off. So the Rauk's still, I think, plus 150 something.
Plus 150.
Via
Take that down in the Siege. Plus
I
150.
think Rauk needs to be a lot faster than plus 150 something.
I thought
for-
Swift would be
I'm
the
in
way
C3
to go,
Siege,
otherwise
though.
it's Lucian, right?
Oh, okay.
I'm in C3 Siege. I got like a 170 Iris.
I just
the
don't think
24
Vanessa
lead.
runes are good on Rauk.
He's
That's-
farming, Thompson. He's literally farming C3.
I got it.
Maybe I should do a Swift one. Is that I meant to have a Swift Rauk for that team? I'll
Yeah.
give it a shot. I will do some swap.
All right, so
I mean, either way, like I'm in
no big
C3
deal.
right now. It's just
You're just
farming it.
farming anyway. It's not a big deal.
so what other defenses are we seeing? So you know the Kamun Bastet Odin, that's a big one. That's a big one. What about some of the other ones that we've seen here? What are the Jean ones? People are still,
Still
doing
like
the
Jean, Chandra, Perna or something.
Yeah, Jean Chandra.
I don't think it does anything.
Jean Chandra Lauren or Jean Chandra
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, Jean, Chandra +1. It's kind of eh.
Usually for me, Jean Chandra +1 depend on last pick, but this is just Lucianable for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
yeah.
You just fat Lucian it.
Yeah, you found
And
this shit.
Delusionable, Copper Bulldozer Ball, and all of these team default budget team. I think this is a
Oh, there's the one that people have been talking about. Galleon, Clara, Yen.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's a
this
new one I
is-
see coming up.
Yeah, that was kind of weird because the Galleon
The
gives you
fire
speed buff.
puree.
Clara is gonna strip like how Molong used to strip, and then Yen is just gonna go ham with the Galleon defense break
Yeah.
set up.
Yen is really good.
Yeah, she's kinda sick
so
nasty.
nasty,
Yeah.
dude.
And
I didn't know
hate-
what she did once, and someone
have to
brought it
admit-
into RTA.
You know, Archer is always like a great pioneer for these type of siege defenses. Like he made the Twins defense, I felt like. I don't know. And he was saying that Yen was really good in like defense. And he's right. It's crazy.
Yeah, because that thing can pop off, right? Like you rune it on violent, and it has violent, and then it
Really good.
just goes
And then the
crazy.
passive gives it more turns as well. Yeah, it's kind of sick
Right.
nasty. It just takes
Yeah.
too many turns. Yeah.
And then people underestimate the damage scaling and the damage it does on S1 and S2. It's pretty hard. It's pretty damn hard. I guess what is the counter to that though? I mean, can you just sacrifice? I mean, because Clara's doing nothing. Galleon's setting up attack buff defense break. The only damage is Yen. Can you triple? Can you triple fire? Can you triple fire with
Clara is
Rakuni?
not doing nothing. Clara
Yeah,
is
Clara
like
does quite a
an
bit.
anti-cleave monster. She's
Yeah.
the
No,
one.
no,
that's
no.
gonna
I'm saying she's
out-speed
doing as in
everything.
the damage. So that's what I'm saying. Bring triple fire, and what's gonna happen to you if you bring Rakuni XX? What does Yen do?
That's true, but
Right? No, but that's my
Stuns.
argument. That Yen is the main focus of the damage. You know what I mean? Whereas in
Yeah.
like the Sierra, Iris,
true.
Rayoke, you got the Sierra to worry about and the Rayoke to worry about, right? Two different elements to worry about. This one you're worrying just about wind. So triple fire might work. I don't know.
But once a unit gets armor broken by Galleon, you know, and then so Yen goes a few turns, it's kind of hard to stop, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think it could probably even kill a fire unit, right?
If it crits, yeah, it will happen.
You'd have to cut between, so you're probably playing a 2v3, to be honest.
No,
Yeah.
wait. Antares, Rakuni, X. That can actually not be too bad
I
against
don't
that.
really use Antares for Guild
don't
War
use
offense. I
Antares
don't know.
at all.
Have you guys?
I don't have
like,
it ruined.
You
I
guys
don't have it
use
ruined at
Antares
all.
for
Yeah,
it?
no.
I don't know.
yes,
I
I
haven't
use
used.
No,
it yet.
I'm giving you
Personally.
unorthodox units because in Siege you need to use units you have extras of, right? You use all the good ones, all your normal ones, but these are the weird ones to come out. Like Vanessa, I gave you for the Bastet comp, right? You don't ever use Vanessa, so maybe the Antares here with Rakuni. I mean, Yen's gonna have to crit and actually hit you with a couple violets to kill those units. To be honest,
I don't
Rakuni
really
doesn't die
trust
easily.
Antares for like
How
Guild
much
War
last?
offense, though. I don't know. I never
Really?
used him for offense. I
Hmm.
up to you, right? That's like
Does Rina shield cut between each hit? or does it
Wait,
cut
Josh
between-
said that Antares
the end of
doesn't
the turn?
cut. Wait, Josh says Antares doesn't cut additional turns. Wait, what? Does it? Wait, what?
I think Brian's just talking about getting more turns from her moving so much, not cutting.
Yeah, just getting turns and just being a fire unit, right? That you can bring in. there. I
Does
don't know.
Rina work? Because Rina just hard tank the Yen, or does
No,
Rina die?
Rina doesn't do anything because everything's
No.
oh, double fire Rina. Because now everything's defense broken, but Yen will go for the defense broken Rina instead of the
That's
two
what I'm
fire
saying. But
units.
does Rina die, or does she tank it? She should be fine, right, with defense
No,
break.
Rina get just 2 hit and the.
Yeah, maybe 2 hits and it's dead.
Yes.
Ah,
Yes.
okay.
I saw.
What if
the
you're like
test and
100 resistance, and you don't get armor broken? Does Yen will still hit the Rina over
50-50,
the-
50-50. It breaks it down. The AI will go maybe for defense break or maybe for elemental advantage.
Maybe defense break on fire, on elemental disadvantage?
I think so. There are certain scenarios.
If you're below 50% HP, probably. There's 4 conditions for attacking AI, right? It's advantage, health state,
The defense break. Or buffs. It could be grinding too that
buffs and
triggers
debuffs
it.
and something else. And there's
Wait,
another one.
so let's say I run 2 fire, right? And then I run arena. So Clara goes, strips. Galleon defense breaks, but I have 100 resistance on my arena. Doesn't get defense broken. My 2 fire get defense broken.
Yeah,
What's
I think
the
there's a
percentage that she goes
probability.
for the
I'm
fire?
pretty sure if they're full HP, Yen will attack the water
Reno.
unit.
Yeah.
Uh,
So that might work. Like 100
I've
resistance, like
seen-
arena.
I've seen Takesh test against full home of this defense, and he has in offense team Garo, maybe Rakuni or something fire, and Rina.
Yeah,
This is
that's what I was
whole
thinking.
team was dead by Yan. Even
Ah, okay.
Garo was-
Jesus.
So I think there
So,
are
and,
4
he-
priorities for health.
What was the last one
for
that you
targets.
missed?
He-
Branding.
That's debuffs though, but you said debuffs. Defense break and branding as well.
So it's specifically branding, defense break, health state, and elemental advantage
Okay.
are the points, I believe. So like, because if you're below like I think 30, it can swap targets.
Even low HP? No. Josh, if it's low HP, let's say that's 2 fire units with defense break and arena
No, if you have defense break and you're
low HP, yeah, there's
I
a
think
chance.
the
It's
priority
50-50.
can actually switch.
No, it's not priority. It's a 50-50. I've seen it go both
No, I've
ways.
had that before. Yeah, I've had like elemental
Yeah.
disadvantage, just like dumpster my unit when it was kind of.
I think it lays down a probability after that it may go for this or may go for this at a certain scenario with certain conditions. They can hit fire.
I remember reading somewhere that someone theorized that it was there are 4 different priorities that change over, and those were the 4 points. If you have 3 of them or something, you can like swap target. And I mean, I don't know if it's true or not, but it makes sense because I've seen it happen at least once.
Yeah, I know. I've
I've had it happen to me for sure. Like even
For
the
sure.
enemy had elemental disadvantage, and they still went for my defense broken unit.
right, but your defense broken unit was low HP. It had to
It was
be.
low. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it before, but yeah, I've seen it before. But it's weird because we don't test it enough because it's just against AI and defenses. We don't experience this in RTA, right? Where we're
So
doing
no
other
one cares enough to
content.
test it.
Yeah, no one
Yeah.
cares how it looks. We could test it though. That's definitely something out there. That's another thing to test. That's pretty interesting. So yeah, any other defenses that you guys talk about? Tyler, we just talked about the Galleon, Clara,
one
Yen
thing
one.
about this defense.
Sure.
What I've seen that the best choice against this defense is use a full will team and get the gamble, and full aggressive team. Then every one unit can do the thing, and if this one unit will not stand, you can just one shot Yen, for example, and win. What I've seen with Takesh, the Takesh battle, it was like that. He tried do with countering with elemental, something like that, and it was always fail. And then he was trying to use team like that with full will, and this was like pretty good team, pretty good idea. Maybe it's
So is
weird
gambling
because
So is
yes, but with monsters who can do solo this defense,
Like
for example.
Gato, Miho,
so you
and
do
stuff
like
like
three
that.
high impact
Yep,
units
yep.
and just hope that you don't get stripped. Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it's 3 high impact units with will and shield, and if it has to go through the chance of getting.
don't need
No,
shield.
you don't get
Only
shield.
will.
You just
Will
just
and
Will.
hope you just hope you don't get stripped.
Okay, so hope you don't get stripped and stun, and even if you get stripped and stun, even if Yen procs, hope he
you don't
doesn't
get
proc
defense
and kill
proc.
all
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
No,
could
no,
work.
If you kill the Yen right off the bat,
you
after
need
that, I
only
think
Yen.
it's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah,
Only
once you
Yen
kill the
enough.
Yen, I don't think Galleon Clara is too big of a threat.
Right.
I don't know about that. 2 defense breaks, attack bar reduction, multi hits. I don't know.
Many
You could still
many in the
die.
chat said that Miho solo this defense, but when I saw battle Miho against Yen put so many dots that that's it for Miho. So I don't know. Someone tried to play with Miho against Yen.
Right.
I mean, Thompson, one slow.
All my Galleons are 15 crit rate as well.
Dude, I think the answer is just the arena with high resist
I think
and
the double.
fire.
I think the double fire arena. Yeah.
Double fire arena is not
And
a bad
Rena's,
option.
Rena's not hard. Rena's not hard to build.
No, that's definitely more free to play. Yeah, Gato, whatever, and Rita.
Yeah.
We have a pretty solid
Yeah.
chance. It sucks that we have to say chance though. Like we can't find a guaranteed comp to beat that.
I mean,
Like-
that's what's so good about the defense, right?
Right. True.
Yeah.
I think the best choice just use outspeed and choose your rune on other speed booster and outspeed again and choose your rune
Yeah,
on some
just outspeed.
You know what?
other speed booster and outspeed again.
You know you're right. You should actually use your own Galleon Clara again. And if you're slower than that guy, you should be ashamed of yourself and then just go cry, right? Because technically you should
We had,
outspeed him and wreck him.
We had what was it? It was 5 days of free rune removal, right?
Right.
And there was the one siege, so I just kept swapping Konamiya, Tion, and I just kept swapping all my Lucian runes with my fast boosters, and I was just farming. I was just farming them. Just do that. If one of your if you know you're faster on your booster, then just run your booster plus a Lucian, right? It just keeps. I mean, it costs mana, but if you really want to beat it, yeah, you can technically you can farm it right by swapping them over. But yeah,
True.
I was in C3 Siege and I was just swapping Konamiya, Tion, Megan, and I just kept swapping my Lucian runes onto my other Lucians.
Cheater, dude. That's so big brain though. That's actually such a good strat.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
I mean, if you know you're faster on your booster, then yeah, you can definitely do that as
Damn,
well,
this
but
is
it
like
costs-
next level
yeah.
Guild Wars farming now. You're gonna see people. You heard it. You heard it first. People are gonna whale to win Siege by buying FRR packs, saving them, and using them in Siege to use your
Yeah.
best runes and swap them around.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. All the high-end players have enough mana to do that any day, technically,
Yeah,
if
exactly.
they wanted to. Yeah, true. All right. Any other defenses that you guys seeing a lot? I mean, we're gonna keep bringing this topic up because I think I want to talk about this more. It brings a lot
Clara's
more
is
light.
tough.
Huh?
Clara's a tough cookie.
Yeah, Clara's good. Yeah, the change to her. Pretty solid. All right, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next topic here. As I said, we're going to keep talking about this Guild Wars topic in the future so we can get more defense ideas, more way to counter these, and kind of help you guys out, right, with your day-to-day guild siege and even guild wars, right, moving forward. Topic number 3 here. So we dabbled a little bit to it, but RTA rune management. It's been out for a little while now, right? Everybody's kind of messed with it, used it. What are some improvements? There's got to be flaws. There are issues with it. You can't expect them to release it and it's perfect, right? So what can we say now to improve the quality of life or any glitches or issues with the RTA rune management so far? Oh, it's perfect. Wow, good answer. Okay,
Okay, no.
go ahead. I'm just kidding.
I have an idea. For me, then I enter this new management, new rune management. I instantly understand that I need some test type of the game for just this RTA thing, because you need to choose your order, choose your understand how much you will your Covenant or Daphnis will do damage, and you need to check it. And if you want to do it, you need ask your friends. Let's do some RTA test. And this is not good. Yes, I can do it in Excel file. I don't know on calculator.
Yeah, swap. You can do it on swap, but yeah, I know a lot of people don't have
Yeah.
swap. But
I
I
think
agree
this is-
because when back in the day you just run
Yeah,
up your stuff and then you could like
yeah.
test on your own AD or something, right? You could test it anywhere. Test it in
Yes.
arena, test it in your AD. I did it on stream because I'm stupid, but like I re-runed something up and I was like, oh okay, let's go test it out. Went into arena, did my rival, almost lost to a rival, right? Because there had no runes on it. You can't test, right? So I think there needs to be some sort of test feature within the new rune deck thing.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. They need to allow you to do a little test with those RTA runes. I don't think they thought about that. So I think they want us to be able to do that. That's why they've had these test things, right? To be able to speed tune and test these things. So I think that's not very difficult to set up. They can just set up just make a pretend RTA defense or let you attack your own offense kind of thing for RTA, just so you can check the speed tunings. That'd be big. That'd be very
Yeah.
big.
And what Josh also said in chat, he said
Sure.
it's hard to rune monsters in storage. Technically you can because you go into the decks and then you go into the rune management and then through the rune management you go into your storage and you can rune up stuff in storage. But I think just having somewhere where you can access storage straight away once you go into rune decks is probably a bit easier for us.
What do you mean by that? So explain it.
So you can't actually you can rune up units that are in storage,
Right.
but it's hard to. It's like because you have to go into the rune decks.
Oh, and
you
then
have to
click
open
it,
up the
yeah.
rune manager, and then you have to go into storage through the rune manager. But if you could just make like a one click that goes straight into
Yes.
that shows your storage
Second point.
monsters, that'd be
Yeah.
a bit
We
nicer.
just have
Quality of
we just have
life.
Independent monster boxes.
What's that?
Yeah, or that.
Can we just have independent monster boxes? I hate like taking out certain units to like change something for PvE, then putting it back in, and then like going to do RTA. I'm like, shit, I forgot to put this back in storage, so I don't see it when I do RTA.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And then like my RTA units, a lot of them just don't have runes for PvE stuff, so it's like having it in my box and I just
So you want another like storage box then? Like what if they gave you a second
Yes.
storage?
No, I just want like your like standard
Different
unit,
windows.
like,
Yeah.
just different windows for it.
Yes,
Like when I
yeah.
go into RTA, I just have whatever I want taken out that I can look at. And then
No,
everything else. Is
I
in
think the
storage.
best way to
because
fix
people
that.
can't steal those runes or look at them anyways, right?
Right.
If they're on a separate window.
I think the best way to fix that is to release the RTA decks that we've been asking for a long time. Set 10 units, set 20 units, whatever, and those are the units we use for RTA, right? That kind of alleviates that. Then you have to worry about
I
taking.
mean, as
things
long as
out.
they show up when you're picking monsters, yeah. Because
Yeah.
I definitely agree with what Tyler said. Like either way, people can't snipe your units because they're not gonna have runes when they visit your island. But I find myself, I like to leave all my units out when I'm doing RTA instead of searching through storage, so I can just pick what I need. And like if I'm doing Guild Wars, it's just all my RTA units are lined up there unruined, and it's just a bit annoying.
And
but-
I have to double check if they're all ruined or not. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, whereas
I think
like if we had that separation, It's just a quality of life thing. It's definitely not
Yeah.
something that's necessary by any means. It's just something that would be nice. It kind of saves you from being lazy. Like, so Thompson would never have to play out of his storage ever again because he could just go into the RTA menu and then he could just pull out whatever units he wants and just leave them all there, and nobody would ever see them.
Right,
Like, how great would that be?
Yeah, literally.
Because then you
Thompson
don't
plays from
even
his
then you don't
storage.
even need the decks per se, right? You just have them all out for you.
Yeah, I guess. One thing that we did talk about last week though was kind of an issue, and what we wanted to see was that when you're in your regular monster storage, I mean rune management, not the RTA one, the regular one,
Can't
it would
sell runes.
no. I guess that's another issue as well, but the ability to, when you click a rune, to see a little icon to kind of have a heads up that, hey, this rune that I just looked at on Rayoke is actually on my Hathor in RTA. So I know that if I'm gonna regrind this from 3 to 4 speed, it's not gonna ruin my speed tuning for another unit in RTA. You know what I mean? It gives me a heads up, right? Just a little icon. Because now,
That's like
now we get a hard time to
World Arena
grind.
icon, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really hard to grind or regem things or improve things on the units if we don't actually know where it is, because it can definitely affect our RTA units since the grinds go through, right? So it was something we talked about last week, but I want to bring it back because I think it's a really good
only
topic.
regrind things from the RTA menu, so I can check first.
Ah, I see. Because anything else is negligible, right?
Management from the standard menu anymore.
Actually, that's a really good suggestion, right? Moving forward, anybody doing any grinding until they change it should only grind and gem from your RTA deck.
From the RTA.
Yeah, because everything else is negligible. I mean, you might fail a defense or offense might be in Guild Wars might be messed up, but I guess not as bad as RTA, right? True.
Also,
Also,
I think another
you
cool.
first.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you first. You first.
Would be like if you have an unruned unit on one side, if you can just like quick swap the runes onto like so RTA versus so I wouldn't have minded having my Diana be exactly the same, but I didn't rune it in the RTA side until after.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind just being able to like quick swap and be like, you want to place your RTA runes here as well, and then it would tell you like where those runes are coming from.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Did I explain that really poorly?
Yes.
Yeah. Because now you have to look for the
I like
same
it.
runes in your
Yeah,
regular
yeah.
management.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you already know your RTA build is good, right? So like you
Just copy it out. You want to copy it
swap
out?
it
Yeah.
and,
Yes,
like,
yes.
Something they need as well is that we have to do this weird selecting of units in the boxes to remove all the runes at one time from a unit. You know what I'm talking about? You click this, and then you click back another unit, and then
You click an empty
you click
one.
an empty
to move
one,
the empty runes
and then
onto-
you can
yeah.
click remove all, and it'll remove all your runes, right? Then why don't
That
they just
was
make a
really-
button to strip all?
That says removal. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the things. Because when they brought out rune decks, didn't they? I'm pretty sure they duplicated your runes over, right? So like your RTA monsters got whatever you had before.
Right. It's
whatever
an
you
exact
had
duplicate.
before
And
was
And
imprinted
then a
on
lot,
your
and then
RTA.
people. I know a lot of people had problems. This is like I think it's too late for them to change this, but I think a lot of people had problems with trying to sell runes in the normal menu, but they couldn't because it's duplicated over to your
Mhm.
RTA stuff already, and then it says you can't sell runes that are on World Arena units.
And
I
then you
think it's
gotta
too late
take
for
them
them
off.
to change now, but they definitely should have not duplicated over like that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the issue was the second you went into the RTA deck menu, it duplicated your runes over. If you did it before it duplicated, it would like it was, but that's kind of a lot of like it was too late for most people.
Yeah. So a lot of people will have to like go through every single unit that's runed up, and then do what you said, where they have to select an empty monster,
Yeah.
take off the runes until they could actually sell the runes.
You know what it is.
Just have a, this rune is here. Do you want to remove it?
Yeah, just do a double. Like you click the rune. This rune is +9 or +12. So are you sure you want to sell this crazy rune? Yes, and then just give a second box that says this rune is an RTA. Are you sure you want to sell it? Yes. So just a double
That
yes
works.
click or something like that, and then just let us sell it would be okay too. Yeah, these are the little quality of life things that I think they might actually look at this podcast to look at, because obviously they just released this, right? So they want to work out the kinks and make this thing as good as possible, right? It's crazy. Everybody's like, oh, it'd be nice if we get another rune management and separate runings. And then now that it happens, it's like, oh my god, there's potentially a lot of issues that can happen. You know what I mean? Between this.
Don't get me
kinda-
wrong. It's a good thing.
It's good. It's good.
thing
It's
that
good.
Super nice. Super
You know, we
nice.
just- we
Yeah,
just
it's
need
one
to
of the
work
better
through it.
things we've had so far. Yeah.
Yeah. Any other suggestions here we
So
can have?
I have a question for you guys. What do you think
Sure.
of the idea of being able to sell a rune directly on a unit?
Rather than taking it off,
So,
taking
like,
the mana
I
to
have
remove
pay
it. Yeah.
50K to
Oh, this is
remove
a
a
perfect
rune.
thing. Yep.
So I lose
just-
mana
Can I
selling a
just
rune.
sell
Yeah.
the rune directly off my unit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way I don't have to like, so if you want to get rid of it the cheap way, you just engrave over it, right? But though you can't do that through the rune manager. You have to remove it. It's the only way.
Ah,
Yes.
there's
Why can't I just like sell the rune directly on my unit? Wait,
that's
plus
This is a
plus
perfect
then
thing.
for like the World Arena one, it's like if you really want to sell it, you could sell it.
Right. So on that topic, that actually brings to light the new thing as well with being able to lock runes, right? So before, I think they didn't want you to do that because they're scared you might accidentally sell runes, right, from your actual units. But now that we have the lock, there's a little bit more leeway. And kind of, you don't really have an excuse. If it's a good rune, you should lock it. So allowing us to sell the rune that's already on the unit without removing it is okay now, more so because now we can lock runes, right?
Yeah.
So,
So
that'd be good.
a good example is when I do like a rune cleanup for somebody after free rune removal, on a free rune removal ticket, what I end up doing is I go through like all their units that are ruined and just look at each slot and just remove them one by one because it's faster than it's easier than removing everything and then just like sorting through all the units, right? Because they obviously want to keep certain things ruined.
Mhm.
I've done that on my account. It was a pain in the ass. It took me like 5 hours one time. Given I only ever had to do it once, but it would be
you
easier
guys-
to just be able to sell them straight up from the unit.
Yeah.
Do you actually lock your runes?
I think as I see them, I
I've
do
got,
it.
I've got like
I've-
1,200 runes, and I don't usually keep like garbage, right? So like I'd say at least like 1,000 of those are like pretty decent runes, right? And I don't think anyone has the time to go through 1,000 runes to lock them.
Can I just have a lock all button and then unlock the ones I don't want?
I like that.
I think
Yeah.
you're way faster. You just
Yeah.
one button, you lock all your runes, and then you can.
Because I don't want
slowly
to go through
unlock
1,000
them
runes to
all.
lock them all, just in case. But I don't know. I guess the lock's kind of nice, but I don't think it's too practical.
I think
The
I think
lock is
rune
nice.
locking came out for re-up potential, and that's it. So people don't like accidentally sell their re-up potential runes.
Yeah, I think the locking was a
Well,
good
well,
idea,
well,
and I think it's just human nature for us to be a little bit lazy with it. But it's a very good idea to be able to lock. It's just that they should have implemented this so long ago, and if they did, it would have been great
we could
because
start
yeah,
locking
we would start
ages ago,
locking
rather than
over
have, like
time.
1,000 runes saved up. Yeah.
Right, but as I see them now, I lock them. So I mean, hopefully you do the same, right? If you're changing runes, you're like, I'm always gonna use this rune. I'm just gonna
Too
click
much
lock.
work.
Yeah.
I mean,
Way too much.
I'm just
work
saying,
to
as
lock
you're doing
runes.
it right now, right? As you're doing it, you don't go through it and do like an hour of it, but just slowly. I don't know. What were you gonna say, Archetype? Go ahead. Oh, were you gonna say something? I thought I cut you off earlier. No, you're good.
No. But you get all thing that I've marked on my papers. So all thing that I want to say already, you said.
Oh,
and,
okay.
Yes,
Perfect.
yes. All thing is all idea is perfect, and I think that is really important.
Something new I would like for the rune management as well that we've suggested forever is
I'm
the. Oh, go ahead. Now you have something. Go ahead.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I have only one idea that, but this is not for RTA manager. I think this is for both of these type. I don't know. Someone tries to play Elune. This is game by Game Evil, side project, and in this game, this is a pretty same game like as Summoner's War, but the rune manager. In this game, it's equip manager, way more better. You can mark the stats only what you need, not two stats like in Summoner's War. For example, HP percent and defense percent, and that's it. And find with two marked stats. You can check. You can mark, for example, critical rate, speed, critical damage, and something.
So more substats.
More
searches.
substat
yeah,
selection.
So
Yeah,
it's like rune
okay.
optimizer.
Yes,
Yeah, like swap
yes,
basically.
and you can choose four substats and find rune with these. This is perfect. I don't know why the on-site project in Game Evil exists this thing, but in Summoner's War they can't add this.
Yeah, I
main
don't
project.
know why it's only at 2.
Yeah.
They should just create their own optimizer for us.
Yeah, they should just use
The
swap.
same
Honestly, they
exact
should just pay. They
optimizer.
should just pay Zandra and just bring in swap.
Right.
I mean, I think I remember them saying that that they don't dislike the Summoners War optimizer, right? Because a lot of people are like, "Oh, can you use it? Is
No,
it
they,
safe?"
I mean, they
like
like it. They've asked me to message to bring Xander into conversations with them before. Just nothing's ever happened from it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so like I said, they've stated that they're okay with it. You know what I mean? And they like it. So I think they want to improve on that. So I mean, I guess that's their one out.
Bring more stuff from swap into the game. I think.
No, but I think
Yeah,
that's their one out. That's their one
Just
out to not have to
integrate
invest the
swap.
time into it. Is just
That
to
will
leave
solve-
swap there and let swap solve the
Yeah.
issues that they already have, right?
Yeah, true.
I mean, is
Yeah.
it not a big
Yeah.
is that not a good business standpoint? You're okay with that? You let optimizer go, So hey, I don't have to invest my resources now into like developing
worry about
anything for it
problems, 'cause
because
Swap's
you can
dealing
just
with
use
the problems.
swap, right?
Yeah,
It's big brain. It's big brain.
And like 99% of like high rank players, like 99% do use swap, right? Because it's just so.
I mean, I hate to say this as
So-
well, but hey, it's free for Comtuos to not have to do anything right now by not even communicating
Swap
with him.
literally makes them more money. Like,
Yeah, but right now they don't have to do anything. They just have
Totally,
to
people
acknowledge
buy
that you're not going to get
removal
banned for
tickets
it.
and stuff.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah.
So I mean, I do hope though that they work with swap and they can improve it, right, and do more with it in the future because it only improves the quality of life for people that are using it and people playing the game for sure.
Mhm.
One thing that I wanted to add was something that I've always mentioned. I'm going to mention it again is being able to mark our runes. Yeah, I still want that. I really want that. Just like 4
What do you mean?
symbols, 5 symbols, a circle, a square, a dot. You can do whatever the hell you want with it, but I need the markings so I can mark it with a square or a dot, and I will know when I see the rune. Oh, that's a re-up. Oh, that's a re-up. Oh, that's a purple. Whatever I want to do with it. It's my own marking. Only I can see it on my account. Right? It's a little dot, square, circle, star, triangle,
Anything.
hexagon,
Yeah, yeah.
and I do whatever I want with it. Right?
I mark it by number.
Yeah, just like plus 14 a rune that you
Yeah,
get.
see, why do we have to do
Yeah.
it like that? You know?
Yeah.
Plus 14 is anything. Why can't we just have a marking? It
And can we
doesn't.
get rid of rune powering up? Oh my god.
Okay, no. I don't
Sometimes
think
for
that's
a
the way.
while, I had
I s-
10 fire werewolves, and I would only put my re-up runes on those 10 awakened fire werewolves and nothing else.
See, why
So
do
I
we
could
have to
always
go out
find
of
them,
our
it's just
way?
way faster.
I used to do that with my Leavelies as well, and I started using
Yeah,
Leavelies.
so the reason I used the fire werewolves because I'd use them for fusion after I was done with them.
Exactly. So why do we have to like do these searches or set up these weird things for us to remember when we can just literally have a dot, right? I think that's just
anything.
so much better.
Yeah, anything to market, yeah.
Yeah, it's so simple. I mean, I don't think it's that hard to implement, is it? I don't think it does. It do anything? Does it change the system?
I don't think it should be, right? Yeah.
visual.
I think it's super nice because like you can like just mark, like you said, mark runes you want to re-app, mark runes that you maybe still need to grind out and stuff. Or like even like if like going a bit further, like have different types of marks. You know, like just like you said, like square circle and just have something else, just so you can like keep notes to yourself.
Can we live in a world where I don't have to click power up and then enchant to check the percentage grind on a rune? Please and thank you.
Power up and then
Power up?
enchant.
Yeah. So you click
so
a
you
rune
wanna
and
see
then you
how
have to
much
click
it's
power
enchanted
up and then you have to
Yeah.
click enchant if you want to see what percent it's at. Can it just show me what percent it's at so I know if I need to regrind it or not? Like I know I can just do it through
Yes.
swap, but it's such a pain in the ass.
Oh yeah,
I'd rather
yeah,
just check in game. It's faster.
yeah. Just see what if it's maxed or not, right? Yeah, that's what the symbols are for, baby. Right? To just indicate like, hey, I need to come back to this because you always go, oh, I'm gonna need to regrind this later when I
Well,
get
there's
it.
just there's so much space on like the rune page. I don't know why I can't just see like that. This 22 speed is an 18 plus 4, right?
Right.
Or something like that. I don't know why I can't see that without having to click power up and then click another button from there.
What about you, Thompson? I mean, did you do a big art like rune overhaul or no?
Me, not really. Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
So
Are you looking forward to it?
Nah.
Yeah, because you gotta pretty much
Tom-
basically your stuff's like doubled, right? Because you have to now you can use RTA onto Guild Wars and use Guild Wars onto RTA, right? So you
Yeah.
have to reswap everything. Yeah.
yeah, I think Thompson's like, oh my god, thank God they just duplicated my regular rune management to the RTA one because now I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
You could just do RTA. How bad would that have been if they gave you a clean slate? I think we'd be
I
all
mean, you didn't have
screwed.
problems anyway, like Thompson. Before, like you didn't have like problems with like having to choose between doing RTA or Guild Wars, right?
No.
Just
Must be nice to have so much rune depth.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of people had to struggle with rune depth between choosing, but I guess yeah.
Yeah, I got a video coming out soon if you want to see rune depth. I did a full exposing video of Making a Bud's account. I mean, he talked about how he rune units, and we see every rune, every unit, and how it's runed. And you can see the depth and how efficient his runes are on all his units. That's coming out this week. That video's coming out this week with all his units, all the runes, all the stats. So that should be really good. We did that one exclusively too. That wasn't on stream, so nobody's seen it yet. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hop over to topic number 5. Just kind of an open discussion. Anything else you want to bring up? Any other topics you guys want to discuss? Got about 5-10 minutes left here. Got to bring up and talk about whatever you like. Any interesting things that you've wanted to bring up to the topic or the podcast today, Argatum, that you're ever interested in?
All Mark think I've already said that, but you wrote that about buff and nerf something.
Yeah, sure.
And,
yeah, if you want to talk about buffs and nerfs, sure. That's
yeah,
topic number
yes,
4.
yes,
But
yes.
yeah, that's open discussion too. Go ahead.
I marked 4 things.
Okay, let's hear it.
What I think is bug in the game, but maybe I'm right. I'm wrong. but I think that this mechanic must be fixed. I think this is this is right, but this is not right for my understanding.
Okay.
Antares plus sleep, I think that this is a wrong thing. I mean, if your whole team under sleep, and you not get a turn, Antares get violent, get turn, and get turn. You know you didn't get a turn. You just
Yeah.
go
Ah.
and Antares get turn one by one.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
hate this thing.
Like
I
Hathor
hate
2
this
turns
thing.
sleep and you can't vial
So-
out, and then
Yes.
he takes turn off that.
You're saying when you're
So-
CC'd, right?
Four
Wh-
guaranteed turns where Antares can proc on each of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's literally
Yes.
when you're CC'd and you're quote unquote taking a turn to get out of the CC, it's counted as a turn for him to potentially proc.
But technically, you're not taking a turn because
Right.
you don't get cooldowns back
Yes,
either.
yes, yes.
Right?
I
So
think
that's
this
kind
is
of
broken.
like it's kind of iffy where it's
Right. Right.
I agree with that for sure.
Next one, this is
a good
violent right after. I can try to explain.
Sure.
Then Perna has very low HP, 1%, for example, and she has a damage over time on it, and she dead by dot, and right after she violent. I think this is a bit weird. Yes, she's exist right before the violent, but how that units could violent? I don't understand. And this is important with Vanessa, for example.
Wait, are you saying the Perna revives or not?
Yeah, revive. So the dot kills
So
it,
dies-
it
dies to the
revives,
dot,
and then it
revives,
violence.
yes,
He
yes.
thinks that mechanic is a little weird.
Yes. This unit get turn that's by dot damage over time.
So
And then this unit revive and violent after.
so it's the same thing if let's say it's a unit dies by
Because you
dot.
it's because you revive at the same attack bar.
Yes, but I think this is
No, he doesn't revive with the same
thing,
attack bar.
but-
You died from the dot. You took a turn. You died from the dot.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's still
yes.
your turn.
Right, but the attack bar is 0. But he's just saying the violent mechanic. Nothing
He's
to do
saying
with
because
the
you
turn.
died on your
Yes.
turn, basically.
But it's because you got the turn that you're able to violent proc.
True. So that means
Otherwise, it doesn't really. I mean, that's all it is because
So
you
it's just
proc the
order
turn,
of-
you're able to proc.
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean that this is mechanic. You cannot outplay this. This is one for sure unpredictable.
There's a lot of
You
unpredictable
can't
things in this
outplay-
game.
You can't outplay any violent proc.
You can't
All
outplay
violent-
Vio, dude.
True. But it is
I mean,
interesting mechanic. It is interesting mechanic.
No. I mean that you can, for example, you can put stun and put bomb for to this unit, for example. Of course, the bomb stun could be resisted, but you can try to outplay violent out of stun, and then, for example, on Velojoel get immunity.
So you think
But
this would
you-
nerf violent a little bit if you can't proc if you revive?
Yes, I think
It's
Okay.
so minimal though. 'Cause there's like 2 units that can do that.
No, there's a couple units. Anything that
No.
revives.
This
Vanessa
is- no,
passive,
this is
anything passive.
Vanessa, yes.
Anything that
This
revives
is-
technically.
yeah,
So it
very
is
important.
there.
Vanessa
It's
plus
not that big though,
someone.
but it's there. Yeah. True.
And,
All right, give me some more. I like these niche things, dude. What else you got on the list? First two are not bad. Brain teasers.
Oh, Beast Rider plus Vanessa. This is what for sure.
Oh yeah.
So nice. Ooh. When my Marsha comes back remounted, ooh.
Gotta kill
I
it
hate
50
this.
times.
You cannot kill it 4 times in one turn. If
Oh
you
my
didn't do it,
God.
he will one shot for sure someone on your team. This is broken. I'm really sure. That
Yeah,
this is
I think
broken.
even
National could
even though I
revive
have one,
That's a passive.
I think it should
before
come back.
dismounts?
What's
Or
that?
do you
Should-
think it should?
I
I mean,
true. Because you have to
revive
decide
as
whether you
dis-
Revive
yeah.
off the mound, right?
Yeah, you should
Yes,
revive
yes,
in
yes.
human form. I think that's what makes sense.
Yes,
But right now,
yes.
I like how it is because I have both. And
Okay,
we should do
Roger.
Yeah, it's pretty busted.
No,
Pretty busted.
I'm not gonna lie, it is kind of broken, but I kind of like it. But I want CompTOS to respond. This is my response to it. Fix it by making more units with Oblivion that are more viable in RTA to go against that and against other passive units. And that can fix it. But we need more Oblivion style units, more support, damage Oblivion units, and that can answer that a little bit. But I kind of like that
The
mechanic,
whole-
kind of brokenish
The
mechanic.
whole-
I kind of like that.
Revive, the whole double life mechanic for Beast Riders is just really weirdly done.
Have they demount first? Yeah.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
don't keep any sort of buffs or debuffs. So like if you have Soul Protect, it just disappears. And it doesn't do anything.
Oh, really? So if you have Soul Protect and then demount, you lose Soul Protect.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it just doesn't do anything. Yeah,
So you want to
it's
buff
really
it? You
weird.
want it to have soul protect as well? Then all right, we buffed it, Beast Riders. Then I see. I see.
The point I'm trying to make is that it feels weird because it's like it just doesn't feel like it should be like that.
So what you're saying is the soul protect goes off. So when he demounts, the soul protect should activate, and the mount should come back, and he should go back on the mount. Then that's what you're saying.
I don't know.
Gotcha.
Wait,
I don't know if I would want.
Because
that,
the
but-
Jaguar died, right? So it should come back actually.
wait. If I soul protect my Marsha when she's demounted and she dies, does she come back with the animal?
Yeah.
I
She
have
does.
no
It goes
idea.
back with the
Any
animal.
revive, she's back on the
So
mount.
if I run like Tyrannise, Vanessa, Marsha, she has like 6 lives.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
noted.
banning Beast Riders every game.
Yeah. Vanessa.
this is a big.
Yeah. What's your
It's
last
crazy
one? You had one
how
more?
She cleanses all her debuffs.
Yes, last
like she
one.
could be armor broken, like bomb.
Oh wait, she
slam.
clenses debuffs? I didn't even
Yeah.
read
Yeah,
that
when
part
she
of
gets
the
off the
skill.
mount, she's like.
Yes.
Oh my
completely,
God!
like,
Okay,
yeah.
but relax. She's in human form. You don't need defense breaks to kill her, man. You can literally tickle her and she'll die, dude, in human form.
I think I won a game
it's
because someone missed
annoying.
crit in
It's
human
really
form,
annoying.
and then
Uh,
yeah,
If you Rocky a Beast Rider when it's mounted, does it die entirely?
No.
no, it doesn't work.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It doesn't do anything,
It
dude.
comes back in human.
It comes back in human, and then it revives back on the mount, dude.
Oh wait, I should just first pick
Fucking for sure.
The only time it works.
New mechanic.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
I just said that this is just new mechanic, just out-mounted. Maybe they will add new monster with out-mounted that you will evade all things, you will not dead, just out-mounted. This is this mechanic. I mean that you just get out-mounted and just human form and you evade all things. Because I mean that all games, all the most famous games has clean mechanic, and sometimes it's under I forget how it's in English. Sorry.
No, take your
Then
time.
someone write and under line under the text.
Wait, explain it one more time.
Tip?
But when you, I mean, in the text, then someone wrote and line
A
up
tooltip?
under this. I'm sorry.
Is it the word? Are you looking for the word tooltip, like the text that's written underneath skills and stuff?
I mean that sometimes in the games, then games has difficult mechanics. Some things has I mean, for example, special cursive or something like that, and that this is a mechanic that could be counterable with something or could be evade something. And in this game, this is we has no this thing, and this mechanic outmounted is pretty strong. That you cannot find this even in help information, in FAQ information. I mean, this is just outmounted. What is it?
Oh, the actual term of what does the dismount mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really know what it is yet. True. It's a
Yeah.
totally entirely different mechanic.
They must explain that what is.
Yeah, give us a
meaning of
definition of it. True, but honestly, there's a lot of text in the game and skills that are not really explained really well. We know what they do now, but they don't explain it very well in the skills. And I think it's sometimes it's lost in translation, but they should try
I
to
think
review that.
that,
True.
I think that a good game must contain all information about this game. We don't need. We don't must to find, for example, SV Wiki with understanding something. We don't need all of these. We don't need all of these. Some site like swap, like SV Wiki. The game must contain all of these things. I think.
I think it does in like the beginner guide or something. I don't think they've just added demount there. I think it adds a lot of the information about like buffs and debuffs and stuff. But I think it's just missing like a couple of new mechanics. I think it's just because demount's a new thing, right? Because I don't think anything else is demount yet.
They should go back and revamp that. I think that would be nice, so we get more
Yeah, definitely.
clear stuff for the players in the game. Was that 3? Did you have one more? You said you had 4 things. Did you have one more buff nerf thing?
Oh yeah, this is just easy. Just nerf Lauren, I think.
Okay, we talked about a lot. True. Yeah.
A bit
every
nerf.
week.
For
Every week,
example,
every week.
lower decrease attack bar, or maybe remove strip on this unit. I don't know.
I think-
something. No,
I think
not
something-
significant. Just something.
I think something they can do really well with Lauren, because I think one of the most oppressive things about Lauren is the attack speed slow on skill 1. Because attack speed slow is so big in RTA, it messes up your turn order. You don't
But
take
that,
turns.
but they use it for Necro. That's so hard in TOA. That's the issue.
I think you can swap heal block onto skill 1 and then move attack speed slow onto skill 2. That way you don't get offer. That way you don't get to attack speed slow everything.
That suggestion hasn't been brought
That's a
up.
small nerf. A small nerf, but I think it
Possible?
makes Lauren a lot more manageable.
That gives you more
It's
HP disturb though.
notably less consistent in PvE though. Like notably less consistent.
Oh, true. The AI is not. Is
She's
gonna be a lot
only
more
good
consistent.
versus
She
like,
doesn't-
so she becomes better
yeah.
versus bosses, but she's a lot weaker versus normal stages. She's a lot weaker in TOA.
I got it. Why don't we just remove one of her cannons so she only has one gun to shoot now? Right? That's it. Right? That's good enough.
She only shoots once.
I'm just kidding though. Yeah, that's some actually pretty good, interesting mechanics. That's what I like to hear, Argatom, like stuff like that. Like those little things that kind of, get your brain thinking a little bit. One interesting mechanic in the game that I think is 100% a glitch, and we have video proof of it, is the Triana mechanic. Triana is supposed to cut and prevent violent procs, right? But there is a situation if Triana is stunned, right? Triana is stunned, and there's a unit on Triana's side that's about to die. Your opponent has a unit that kills that unit, right? It's supposed to trigger the Triana passive, right? When it triggers that passive and that unit also procs, Triana doesn't get a turn. She gets 100% attack gauge. I don't know why. It's in a video. 100% attack
and
gauge.
chance for violent.
And then in violence.
It's because she ends her turn debuffed.
What?
She ends her turn stunned. That's why.
No.
Which means
No.
another unit has a chance to proc.
Yeah, but the unit has a chance to proc, so it's 100% attack gauge with the unit now procking after, and already had killed the unit. You see, it's supposed to. The mechanic should be that she should take a turn, get unstunned, and cut that.
At
that,
zero
that proc.
attack bar.
Yeah, at zero attack bar.
It should have a zero attack bar.
Why
on
does
the other
she?
unit.
There's no
She shouldn't
mechanic.
get a turn. She shouldn't get an actual turn, but she should take the turn to get unstunned,
Yep, that's it.
and then the enemy unit should have zero attack bar.
Yeah,
Should
and they
be
can't
able
get a turn. That's it. That's the way it should be, and that's the way the text is written. There's nothing about gaining
it's
attack
kind of the
gauge.
same thing as why like Despair Revenge is so strong, right? When you attack something and it Despair Revenges you, you can't proc.
Right.
It's basically that exact mechanic. It's because you end your turn was denied in that case. So with the Triana passive, when she's stunned, she gets the turn. She can Vile proc there as well, by the way. But if she doesn't, then it gives the chance for the other units to violent proc because she didn't actually like take.
technically
She didn't
take
make
a
an
turn.
action. She didn't make an
Yeah.
action. She got a turn, but she didn't take an action.
Wait, how do you know that she can? Wait, she can actually violent proc there?
Yes.
Yes.
I
If she's
lost,
stunned,
I
she
lost
can
the battle
Proc
today
passive
just
and then
for
bio out.
missing.
So it can go either way then. It can, but
Well,
whatever
she
the
gets-
way you
she
see
gets
it.
priority. She gets the first chance to proc because she gets that. Turn.
But if she
So
doesn't
she
proc, then
procs.
she just
If
gets the
she
gauge,
procs,
and then
your
the other
turn
one
stops
procs.
no matter what.
Okay, but that's a weird mechanic when she's stunned. Of course, every other mechanic when she's not stunned, right? She always prevents the violent procs, right? Consistently.
You know, this would be really
I
great
know,
if they
like, I
explained
know-
this in game somewhere.
I don't know if this is
Yeah.
separate, but I use Alicia in AO, and if I use Alicia skill 3, if I kill a unit, I get another turn. But if Triana passive cuts me, I don't get a turn, right?
Yes.
What?
If I kill the Triana, I still get my turn. But her passive's procced.
Oh yeah. What about that?
But
If
you
you-
kill
So I
the
don't know
unit,
about
so she can't take the turn. So she can't take a turn from you. Is basically
Yes.
what it is.
Yes.
Oh.
Because you've killed her, she is unable to steal your turn.
Yes.
Okay.
This is true.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So
kind
it's,
of weird.
is it,
Another weird
okay, that
thing.
makes sense. That
Yeah,
makes
like
sense. It's
this-
a
they
cut-
just
it's a
need to
cut
fix
steal
it.
Then, yeah.
Yeah, they just
Yeah.
have to be able to fix this and make it, fine lined where it's just like this. It doesn't. Like, who cares if it's, if it does it or doesn't? But they gotta fix that. That's a really weird mechanic. What about Alicia? If Alicia kills something and Triana is stunned, it's the same mechanic then, or what? Alicia just gets the turn then, right? Or does Triana get the priority? Now we got some weird instances now because
You're wondering if she's frozen, basically.
no, okay, let's just say she's frozen.
I haven't.
Let's
ooh,
just
I
say if
haven't-
she's stunned,
I
right?
don't know
hit
if I
that
don't know if
before.
I've ever seen that.
Yeah, 'cause
happen.
that's-
I don't know. I've never seen it because I just use Zyros. I don't have any stuns on my actual AO.
Right.
all right.
But if I ever get a freeze, I'll do. I run like 18 shield sets. You know that.
Yeah. So that's just weird mechanics that they need to like really iron out. To be honest.
And
Yeah.
one more interesting situation then. In your team, Triana plus Water Pala, they both could get a turn, and the order who will get turn first is important. This situation was on SWC and was one match. I forget what it was.
So
Then
someone
Lila,
dies and
right?
someone gets CC'd, and then
Yes,
Josephine
yes.
and Triana proc, and it depends
Yes,
who
yes,
procs
yes.
first. Ah.
Isn't it left to right?
I would assume left to right, like a lot of different mechanics.
I
Left
think it's
to right.
placement order, right?
I think
don't
it is
remember
placement
right now.
order.
But this is interesting case that how it's work. I mean,
Right. Okay. Very interesting. I think we had a pretty good set of discussions today. Very good. Very good podcast. Went over a lot of different things like the twins. Went over the rune management and some great Guild Wars Siege offenses and defenses you guys can use. Thank you guys for taking the time, to join me for the podcast. Argita, I appreciate that, man. That ending part with some of those interesting things, man. If you can, come up with some more of those, if we can actually figure out some more of those, I'd like to talk more about these little bugs and situations. It definitely picks at your brain. I don't know why I like it so much. Could make a whole video on these little instances. I think people would like to see that or hear more about that. Right, these situations, and can learn a little bit more at the same time as well. If you guys are watching from YouTube, make sure you guys leave those comments down below. Right, make sure you guys hit that like, but especially those comments, because that's where we're having a lot of conversations. It's starting to grow as a little like soft, small forum down below in the comment sections for the podcast. People discussing, different suggestions for the podcast and suggestions for comp to us to see. And I think they do read it, so please do put those comments down there. I'm gonna put the links to all their Twitch channels into the description for you guys to check out, because everybody here does stream at different times throughout the day. But thank you guys very much for joining me on today's podcast. Appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
1K likes. 1K likes and we get Thompson shirtless.
Yeah, 1K like Thompson shirtless.
1K likes, guys. 1K likes.
1K likes. No, 1001. I made it harder for you, Thompson. 1001. Yeah, shirtless next week. And I will, obviously, if you hit that 500.
Tank top 500.
Yeah. I just gotta get a tank. I don't have a freaking tank top, dude.
Just cut your sleeves off.
Cut your sleeves off.
That's the worst case scenario. But I mean, yeah. I'll go see if I get a tank top somewhere. Anyways, all right. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys. Thank you for your time. Bye.